Alright, so since we got this virus going around, and everybody's stuck in the house, and nobody got anything better to do, I thought I would just hop on YouTube and just tell stories about stuff that happened to me in the past. So, the story I'm gonna tell is the story of how me and my friend to this day got in trouble from receiving explicit from a female, and also the story of how my simp ass shared a girlfriend with a dude who was supposedly my friend, but that's not the point. So the story all starts. This is band class, 7th grade. It's always white girls for me. Always gets me in trouble. It's always white girls. So basically, I'm chilling in band class or whatever, and I see this chick, and she quiet, she reads or whatever, and I'm just like, oh, that's my opportunity to shine, because your boy, he likes quiet girls. So I go and I approach the girl, and we start chopping it up or whatever, and I'm like, you're kind of cute, I think you're pretty. And typical white girl stuff. She goes, no, I don't think I'm pretty yet. I'm kind of ugly. Oh my gosh, no boy would ever like me. And I'm like, alright, what if I told you I like you? And she's like, oh, well, I have a boyfriend, and I was like, nah, don't worry about him. You got me now. So basically, me, even though I was spitting game, I was mad innocent. Like, I did not want anything from this girl. I was just like in it for purely the conversation and to say I had a girlfriend. So one thing leads to another. We exchange oovus and numbers. Yeah, oovus is that old. But yeah, we chopping it up on uvu or whatever, and this goes on for a couple days, and then one day, this is the day I found out she was a little thot. So one day, we all get on uvu. When I say we all, so it's my friend, my close friend that I still talk to, the other dude that was supposedly my friend, and like 2 other people, and the girl that allegedly was my girlfriend. So this girl, she just quiet. We all chopping it up, talking about nonsense. Usual 7th grade boy stuff. Ignoring the girl in the group. So we just talking, and all of a sudden, my guy says, pull out a titty. Like, show me a titty or something. Like, I want to see a titty. And I'm over here like, hey, cuz, you know what the school said about nudes and all that, right? I ain't trying to get in trouble. So I leave, and then the girl calls me. I didn't know that you could still call somebody if you leave the group chat. I didn't think you could still call somebody and add them back to the group chat. I didn't know that. So the girl calls me back. I get on the group chat. The first thing I see, titties, and I instantly react. I'm like, oh wow. So we're all gonna get in trouble for this. And I'm like, I don't want to be a part of this. I'm not involved. So I leave again. And then my friend, Um, we're gonna call him Steve. Yeah, we're gonna call him Steve. Steve says, "Oh, yeah, um, girl wants to send you something." And I was like, "Send me what?" I was like, I don't want her explicits or whatever. So he's like, "No, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's fine. We're not gonna get in trouble. Um, cause nobody's gonna snitch. It's fine." So one thing leads to another. She sends me whatever. She sends me a video of her pleasuring herself with a freaking drumstick. Like I said, band class. I was a percussionist. She was a percussionist. And that was that. So, as all of that's going on, I instantly delete the group chat. Or not delete the group chat, but I delete the chat that the girl sent me whatever in. And I'm like, okay, it's fine. She sent it to me. I don't care. I'm ignoring it. And everything's gonna be okay. So, we chilling. It's like whatever. Me, being the nice boy, tries to save this girl. Always was that one kid that tried to save the school thot. So I say to her, "No, you shouldn't be doing this. It's not okay. It's not right. You shouldn't be putting your body out there like that. I would take care of you. We're gonna last. It's gonna be fine." Other homeboy, we're gonna call him Tyrone. Now, this is the dude who said he was my friend. This is the dude that said he was a ride or die. He approaches homegirl. He wants cheeks. That's all he wants from this girl. So girl sending him stuff or whatever, but then she's still talking to me without my knowledge. And then one day she's like, "Hey, you know I'm talking to Tyrone too?" And I'm just like, "You talking to Tyrone? I thought it was just you and me." She was like, "No. I thought I told you I didn't want a relationship. I'm not a good girl." I was like, "Alright, fine, whatever." And I try to persuade her. I'm like, "Okay, just we can work this out. Just be my girlfriend and only be for me. Stop talking to him." And she's like, "No, no." She didn't say no. She was like, "Well, why don't both of you just prove yourselves to me, and then I'll choose at the end of the week." So me, the first thing I do is I run to my mom. And I tell her the story. Well, not everything, but I tell her what went down and what homeboy was doing. So my mom's like, "You should have never tried to save a hoe. You should have just left the situation as it was and moved on, because you don't deserve that." So she goes, "Why don't you just leave the girl and find another one?" And I go, "Nah, I really like this girl. I think we'd work out." She goes, "Well, I don't necessarily like what the girl is doing, but I don't blame her. I blame your friend, because if he knew you liked her, y'all shouldn't have been messing around or whatever. Well, not messing around. He shouldn't have been messing with her or whatever." So I'm like, "You're right. That's not a real friend." And I'm just like, I basically quote my mom. I run back to the girl. I quote my mom. I'm like, "I don't deserve this. I don't need to be in this situation. If you want me, you want me." And then the girl turns around and she says to me, "Well, I think that I don't like him anymore, and I only want you." So I'm like, "Damn straight. Alright, bet." And she basically goes, yeah, well, you're mine now, and you can't be talking to any other girls but me. So I'm like, bet that up, we'll be exclusive. Cool. Not even a week later, homeboy calls me. Tyrone calls me. I pick up, and it's him. We're gonna call the girl Susan. It's him, Susan, and Steve, and some Indian kid. Now, this Indian kid plays a big role in why we all got in trouble. He's the reason we all got in trouble, because nothing would have happened, even though I didn't do anything. The only reason I was saved is because actually the girl, I think, felt bad because I was such a good kid, and she goes, he wasn't involved in the whole situation, or whatever, but we'll get to that later. This girl says, alright, you want to play truth or dare? And I'm like, oh, okay, sure. And me, being innocent, I'm thinking, oh, it's gonna be little things like, oh, send a selfie or something like that. And that was not the case at all. These kids were nasty. But low-key, Steve was kind of chilling on the side. Steve was the voice of reason in a sense, but because he wasn't the voice of reason during this whole debacle, but he was the voice of reason when he was telling me, do not wife this girl up. She is not wife material. Just leave it alone. Leave it as it is. He basically is the main one. Well, I won't say he's the main one. Tyrone was the main one. Tyrone was like, hey, why don't you get off and let us watch? And I'm like, nah, cause you're weird. So I leave again, and nobody hears from me. The girl texts me like, oh, what happened? We were just playing a game. It's fine. It didn't mean anything. Me being a simp. I'm just like, okay, whatever, it's fine. It doesn't matter. I only want you. And like a week later, not even a week, I'm in, I think, either history or science class, and I get called down to the office, and the first thing was, did you ask this girl for explicits? Did you force her to do these things? My response is, no, I don't know what you're talking about. I left. I wasn't a part of the whole thing. And they weren't buying it. So they just make me sit outside and wait. Usual office stuff. All I see is Steve sitting next to me having a whole mental breakdown because they called his pops. His pops is sitting in there chopping it up while his son is in trouble trying to save his son's life. Steve is literally sitting there freaking out because he knows it's about to go down when he gets home. Like, it's over. His career is just ended. So Steve's having a mental breakdown, but I see Tyrone chilling like nothing's about to happen. And then when I get down there, the first person I see is my mother walk out of that office. When I tell you the fear that I had, it was an annoying situation. It was like, so basically the girl did end up saving my life or whatever because she said I wasn't involved, which was the truth. So she saves my life, and I'm just like, thank you so much, I appreciate you or whatever. And my mom says, I don't want you talking to that girl anymore. That's it.